Hey everybody, today is February 6th of 2020. Today's coronavirus update statistics are coming from the Johns Hopkins dashboard. The total confirmed cases are now 28,344. Total deaths are 565, and the total recovered is 1,382. So today I just wanted to pop into this one issue first before I hit the headlines, which has to do with supposedly leaked numbers from China from Tencent. So I just want to take a moment to look at this. If you haven't seen it yet, you can find it on the internet. It's all over the place. And it was from the Taiwan news, and they showed this graphic, which was supposedly a leaked chart of the actual numbers from China, and they get changed. Some people think it's a glitch where it just recalculates and then shows the correct numbers, because it'll pop up with these really high numbers and then it'll all of a sudden go down really low. And then other people are thinking that somebody is intentionally changing, allowing those numbers to be seen to leak it out. You can look at this image and it says from left to right are the nationally confirmed, which would be the red cases. Suspected cases would be the yellow. Cured would be the green, and the deaths would be the black numbers over here, which would be ridiculously high, 24,589. These numbers, there's some issues with this. And what I'm going to tell you is you can't believe everything you see. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stop right here and I'm going to show you a clip of how easy it is to Photoshop these numbers and change them. I sped it up a bit for the sake of time, but it took me just under 2 minutes to change the numbers on this image. Now, yes, there are programs out there like photo forensics and stuff where you can try to see if an image has been edited, but I don't know that too many people have gone that far or looked into it. I haven't. I just wanted to show how easy it is to manipulate these types of images on the internet. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so now that you've seen how easy it is to edit the photo, let me tell you why there is also a possibility that this very well could be real. Let's take a look at this number over here, nationally confirmed cases. They're saying 154,023, but this was from the Lancet. Now, the Lancet is a peer-reviewed medical journal, and they projected, based on the information that they had at the time, they did their forecasting and nowcasting, and they had predicted that as of January 25th of 2020, in their baseline scenario, they estimated the R0 value was 2.68, with an epidemic doubling time of 6.4 days. They estimated that 75,815 individuals had been infected in Greater Wuhan as of January 25th of 2020. Okay, so let's take that number there, 75,815. If we go ahead and we double that number, the number that we get, 151,630. If you count out 6.5 days roughly, because it's 6.4 days. If you were to count that out, that would land on February 1st. If we go back to this Tencent image and we look at the date of February 1st, we see 154,023 infected. Now those numbers are pretty close, 151,630 versus 154,023. That's pretty close to what the Lancet estimated with the doubling and everything of what the cases should be. So, granted, there's still 80,000 suspected cases on top of that, but I'm just saying, keep that in mind too. There's reasons to believe both sides of the story, but you have to really pay attention and pick and choose what you think is real. So, take it with a grain of salt, but there's, in all likelihood, China's lying to us, but by how much, we don't know. This number over here, we have no idea. Are they inflating the recovered cases? Who knows? I just wanted to touch on that real quick. So moving on. CNN Business, we have global shipping has been hit by the coronavirus. Now goods are getting stranded. The arteries of global trade are clogging up. Shipping companies that carry goods from China to the rest of the world say that they are reducing the number of seaborne vessels as measures to stop the spread of coronavirus, crimp demand for their services, and threaten to disrupt global supply chains. From the New York Times Post, Russia blocks OPEC response to coronavirus. The coronavirus has contributed to a sharp decrease in demand for crude, driving oil prices to bear market territory on Monday. Vienna. Russia has rejected a Saudi-led effort to deepen OPEC's oil production cuts in response to the deadly coronavirus in China, cartel delegates said Thursday. The group's failure to reach a consensus is a setback for OPEC's de facto leader, Saudi Arabia, and his burgeoning alliance with Moscow. Moving on. So on CNN, we have a couple of articles here. This is a rather sad news. 2 newborns have coronavirus, says CCTV, as death toll tops 560. 2 newborn babies in Wuhan, China, have been infected with the novel coronavirus, with the youngest baby diagnosed at just 30 hours old, according to Chinese state broadcaster CCTV. The baby's mother was also infected with the virus, and CCTV suggested that there may be mother-to-infant transmission, where the mother passes the virus on to the baby in utero. Okay. 3 Americans on board quarantined cruise ship test positive for coronavirus. 3 people from the United States are among 20 cases of the Wuhan coronavirus that have been confirmed in passengers on the Diamond Princess cruise ship quarantined off Japan, according to statements by the cruise company. No respite for passengers and crews held on cruise ship in Hong Kong. The 3,600 passengers and crew members currently on the cruise ship World Dream, docked at Hong Kong's Kai Tak cruise terminal, will continue to be held on board, health officials said Thursday. Before we complete the quarantine work, all staff and passengers will have to remain on board, Chong Shuk-kwan of the Department of Health said. Chong said 33 crew members have shown symptoms of illness at varying degrees, and 3 crew members had to be evacuated off the ship to receive treatment in hospital. All test results for crew members have so far come back negative for the novel coronavirus. On another note, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation is donating $100 million to coronavirus relief efforts. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation is dramatically increasing the amount it's spending to combat the coronavirus, pledging up to $100 million to help contain the outbreak. The foundation said in a statement Wednesday that its funds would be used to help find a vaccine for the virus, limit its spread, and improve the detection and treatment of patients. China halves tariffs on $75 billion worth of U.S. goods as coronavirus outbreak escalates. China announced Thursday that it will have additional tariffs on $75 billion worth of U.S. imports as the world's 2 largest economies continue to step back from a years-long trade war that has hurt both countries and dented global growth. Ohioan tested for coronavirus, patient location not released. Columbus, Ohio. The Ohio Department of Health says it has tested another person for the novel coronavirus. The state did not say where in the state the person under investigation was. And that's all I have for today's headlines. There may be updates later in the day, but as usual, thank you for listening. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and keep your heads on a swivel.